Hey guys, so today I'll be showing you my 1985 Buick Century Estate Wagon. Now, I know it's not that exciting, but it is pretty cool because it has like a huge V6 engine. It's a 3.8 liter, 234, 232 cubic inch. I want to get this. I can't use the driver's door because it's falling off the hinge. So if I want to get in the car and drive, I have to climb all the way over to get in. Right now the car's also out of gas, so we can't really use it. And then here's the reason, here's the hinge, it's split in half. So we're in a few weeks here, hopefully we'll get some gas for the welder, and then my buddy Kobe will help me. We'll have to take the door off of this, and then he'll help me fix this thing up, get the door fixed. This car itself has been through a lot lately because my grandfather purchased this thing back in 1985, and my great uncle it was my great grandfather at the time. He bought one, except he caught a sedan version of this. I have the Buick Century Estate Wagon. My great grandfather got the Buick Century Limited. So, anyways, my grandfather was the first owner, and then in 2009, my dad blew his transmission out of our 1996 GMC Jimmy, so my dad needed a commuter car. We didn't have money to get one, so my grandfather gave this to him for pretty cheap. He gave it to him for pretty cheap, and then we used it for a few years until 2011, when my great-grandmother gave us her 2000 Toyota Camry. And then we shoved this thing into storage, and that's how it's been. Basically, back in 1989, my great-grandfather died, so that was a really long time ago, so my great-uncle inherited this thing and was driving it around. Anyways, March of 2016, my great-uncle wrecked this car. And then about a month later, my grandfather had the Limited towed to our house, and then I stripped that thing down and probably took a lot of stuff out of the car. And then I've been able to use a lot of parts for this. Anyways, school started, and my parents used our truck to tow this car here to the school. I won't give you the name of the school. They towed it to the school, and I've been working on it since. I started by replacing the distributor wires, because while it was in storage, rats chewed up the wires. And then I re-gapped and cleaned up the spark plugs, put them back in. I replaced the rear shocks. And then another problem happened. The heater core went out, and then it started leaking into my car. So I had to take, I'm not kidding you, I had to take everything out of here. I had to take the radio, heater, speedometer, glove box, all the buttons. I had to drop this steering column, take the whole dash off. Had to take my wheel off, and then it was just a whole huge mess. It took me about 3 months to complete the whole car and get it done. Now I finished it in January after I got back from Cali. Since then, I just developed a few problems. Basically, the door hinge. Also the horn's gone out. It's done. Not the horn itself, but the fuse for it. So I'm just going to build a whole new system for it, make it easy on myself. So I'll do that, and then I have to get some new fuses for the windshield wipers, and also have to get a new washer pump. Also, there's a misfire, so we've done some diagnosing. We checked the distributor wires, they're okay. The spark plugs, it's okay. We checked the compression. My auto shop teacher was quite surprised at what good compression it had for a car of this age. And cars in the 80s, they were horrible. They just weren't really reliable, and they just didn't last that long. It's probably because of the what do they call it? Emission standards. Like, they weren't really good at it, so they ended up destroying a bunch of engines. But this car is in great shape for its age. So the next thing we need to check is the fuel injection wires. So, not the wires, just the fuel injectors. So The reason I haven't been doing too much lately is because I have to go to the auto parts store. I've been too busy with work, going to my ranch and stuff like that, so I haven't really had time to go to the auto parts store and get the stuff. Also in the back, in the cargo area, you can't see it, I have a bunch of fluids. I have to replace my antifreeze, and also I have to do an oil change. And then we'll see what we'll do from there. I only have about, we're in late April now. I only have 1 month to get all this stuff done, because we're getting close to the end of the school year, and I brought this in September. But it's better than when, it's in better shape now compared to when we pulled it out of storage, hence, even though we've lost some interior parts when I changed the heater core. So anyways, that's the story on this car. So one more thing, my buddy Gabe here, he started a YouTube channel. It's called Gabe Does Stuff. So we plan on doing dual vlogs here in the future. So if I were you, I'd go and subscribe to his channel to see the crazy stuff he does, and somewhat legal. That is, when he does it all the illegal stuff. Yeah, all in Mexico.
All in Mexico.
Yeah. Holy crud, dude! Like it wasn't even this bad when I last saw it. We had this thing nice and ready to go. It's locked. Before then, he had a really nice light system here. Like, he's taking it out.
Yeah.
It used to react to music, but it was really cool. We've done a lot of things to soup this thing up. Like, when we got this thing, the headlights looked horrible, and look at them now. They look way better. He's also blacked out his taillights.
The whole engine, and then the alternator, and the filter, and whatever that foam and stuff is used for. Really know.
Here, can I see your key?
Yeah.
So we can look under the hood. I'd like to see how horrible it looks.
No, actually, the hood's not even bolted on.
Oh.
So just just pop the hood, and then we can take off the entire thing after that.
Hey, roadkill. We'll just put it on the roof.
No, we're not gonna scratch the roof.
Dude, it's already scratched up enough. Holy crud, man, you got deep down into this thing.
I know.
And dude, the last time I saw this thing was like back in February. Like the mid-February. This is crazy.
Yeah. So there's the engine. Completely stripped it.
Yeah,
It's easy to put it back together. I don't have the time.
Yeah, and he was originally taking it out because of the oil burning problem.
Yeah, so how that happened, I was taking out the header bolts, right? These little things down there, not sure if you'll be able to focus.
Oh, I see the spark plugs.
But, yeah, so on that one it wouldn't come out, so we tried to weld a bolt onto it, and didn't work. Tried a lot, just didn't work.
You still have your other turbo?
Yeah, I have both of my turbos still.
How about you put it into the 06?
Nah, I won't be able to touch that thing. It won't allow me, unless I buy it for Yeah.
Well, we do. Yeah, I kind of hate to say this, but we both have to take a 2-year break from vlogs in about a year here.
Oh yeah. How do you feel about that, Taylor?
Well, for now, I'm fine with it, because when I come back, I'll have a lot more freedom to do what I want.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
We all have plans. Yeah, it's quite hilarious to put this thing back on. Here, do you want me to put it on for you?
The hood?
Yeah.